Hola, shalom. What's the deal? So whenever whenever I go on YouTube, it's kind of like a weird contradiction to me. I feel as if predestination is real, then there's no point. I might as well just, delete my channel and not give a crap. But I do believe that there's certain reasons that God gave me in order to have some kind of internet presence. Because I'm not going to stand on the street corners and change the world. I'm not going to go around churches and get lynched because Christmas is pagan and predestination is real and all that crap they do is wrong. I mean, where else would I have a message? I'm not going to go on CNN or Fox News to spread my belief that astrology and the Bible are co-compatible. You know, it's just not realistic. In this culture we've created, it's basically a take it or leave it. Most people, if they don't understand it within the first 2 seconds, they leave it. They have no self reflection. They have no courage to zoom out and think, hey, maybe what I thought was wrong. Because you might think that the older that you get, the wiser you get. But actually, in this culture, we've created it in such a way that the older you get, the more brainwashed you are. It's like the older you are, the less likely you are to change your fucking opinions. And that's why we created fairy tales like Never Never Land and Peter Pan, where we're always kids and we always have a big imagination, and being a grown up is that form of tyranny or whatever. Okay, but so we need to change what the definition of maturity is in order to feel like we can still be a man and not have to have the same beliefs since day one. Like these stupid rappers constantly say, I've been keeping it real since day one. What does that mean? If you want to keep it real, does that mean you fight against evil and you always know truth? Well, that's fucking false. You don't know truth since day one. Oh, well, it's the attitude I have towards reality that's real. Okay, cool. Well, hey, what's your attitude towards this? Weed cures cancer. What's keeping it real means when you know that Nikola Tesla already gives us free energy and we just have a corrupt fucking Illuminati satanic fucking system suppressing it. How are you going to keep it real? What are you going to do? You're going to get paid by the same rich white men who are suppressing the masses. Is that you keeping it real? Like, if the whole problem with the world is rich white men, how the fuck are all these black rappers in the media right now influencing young people and telling them to go kill people and go fuck everyone and take drugs? So all of man's problems are because of rich white men? No. All of humanity's problems are because of evil in general. It doesn't matter your sex, race, or religion. So-called Christians are some of the biggest fuckheads I know because they're not actually reading the Bible. And the so-called Muslims who keep it peaceful aren't reading the Quran either, because that's not what the Quran says to do. Jesus says turn the other cheek. Muhammad says kill all the unbelievers. So which one is really the religion of peace, and which one are these fucking rednecks, persecuting? They're persecuting their own religion. But anyway, that's kind of off topic. We're getting towards the age of Aquarius right now, okay? We probably are already in it. We're in the cusp right now. And it's very interesting that if you look at astrology, there's 52 weeks in astrology. And the cusp between Pisces and Aquarius is the week of sensitivity. So, of course, the fucking Illuminati elite will exploit that archetype in our subconscious right now, make everything sensitive. If you're offended, make it illegal. Well, guess what? What if your offense is offending me? If I say that I don't think a guy should be able to cross-dress and go into a girl's restroom just because he identifies as a girl, if that offends you, you know what? You know what offends me more? That guy who's going to just look up someone's skirt. I mean, right when the transgender bathroom thing happened, there's already reports of perverts going into girls' restrooms taking pictures. What the fuck do you think is going to happen? Transgender people are like 0.0000001 of the population. So if you want to look at statistics, there's a little bit more rapists out there than there are fucking transgender people. So if you want to be on the side of the good, you'd actually weigh the stats. But no, liberals are all about fucking science and facts, right? The conservatives hate science, right? Well, what the fuck? How about you look into the actual scientific data instead of your emotions? It's like there's been a switch from the Liberal Party was all about scientific data and progression and moving forward. But let's not look at any statistics that back that shit up. And the fucking redneck Christians need to look into statistics too when it comes to the drug war, obviously. I've already talked about this. But anyway, I'm wearing a shirt that says, freedom is my favorite color. And yeah, it's red, white, and blue. But that doesn't mean it's America. America is fucking corrupt. It's Babylonian. It's pagan. It has a drug war. It's only concerned about self and materialism and being a pop star and being a rock star and making money. And that's exactly the opposite of what the Bible says. And we want to call this place a Christian nation. It's a joke. Just like you. But anyway, if you don't want to have any kind of sort of inclination towards changing the world, then keep watching the news. Then keep falling into what your friends' politics are. Listen to your professors. Fucking don't do anything. Just sit on your ass, turn on the TV, and be a slave. Or you can go on YouTube and get the alternative point of view, which is not black or white or left or right. It's just truth, 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 truth. And the fact that the Freemasons who created this country, Washington's a Freemason, Theodore Roosevelt, Harry Truman, Gerald Ford, all these fuckheads are Freemasons. And the Freemasons are the same ones who put up the Denver International Airport murals. I don't know if you know about that. It literally has a guy with the sword coming to bring peace away from the world. That's what the book of Revelation says. And there's a huge fucking end of times catastrophe. And let's just put it on an art mural in the Denver airport and put the Freemason logo underneath it so they know that we're running this bitch. So the same people who drew the Denver International Airport Bible end time symbolism are the same people who created this fucking country. Okay, and you want to call it a Christian fucking nation? The irony is they are Christian, but they're falling into the devil's hands. Where did the devil come from? The Bible. Satan didn't magically appear in some magical satanic Bible that came before the fucking Old Testament and New Testament. That's retarded. All these Satanists are Bible believers. And if you're not, then don't be a fucking Satanist. Just be an atheist and call yourself that. Okay, so my whole thing with changing the world is it's a shot in the dark, because if God is real, then he did declare the end from the beginning. He did predestinate those whom he foreknew. And he did create the evil that is running this world. 2 Thessalonians 2:11, Revelation 17:17. God is the one who sends this evil test. Okay? And if you don't pass it, you have to face the New World Order to prove yourself. And if you were raptured, you're one of the predestined elect, good for you. That doesn't mean you still don't have to try. It's not a fatalism. I'm not a Calvinist. I think that those who are predestinated have more burden than those who are fucked anyway and don't care. Think, well, you're just going to heaven, you can do whatever you want. Who said that? Not me. Not the Bible. Your simplistic fucking elementary style of thinking is what said that. So, basically, if you want to think you know something, don't read about something. Don't read about Friedrich Nietzsche. Don't read about the Bible. Don't read about astrology. Read astrology. Read the Bible. Read Nietzsche. That's when you actually know something. If you're going to just use word of mouth the whole fucking time, your whole life is one big telephone game, then you're just going to come out with Purple Monkey dishwasher without any fucking truth. That's a Simpsons joke for all my 80s babies. There's no limit to what is being suppressed right now. And my whole attitude is, what can I expose today? What can I prove wrong today? What can I prove right today? What can I inspire people with today? Not what kind of brainwashing, dualistic polarity ideology can I fuck people's day up with today. That's not what it is. I just want to go forward. As my YouTube has shown, since day one, my first video is called Guitar and Astrology, or Philosophy and Astrology. And then I played guitar on the next one, setting up a preview for the next 10 fucking years to come. I'm all about truth, and I don't care what people think. And most of the time, my shit is backed up with literary evidence. I can cite everything I say. And that's the problem with today. We live in an age of opinions. But we have so much fucking scientific data disproving your opinion that there's no reason for opinion anymore. The Bible hides pi in Genesis 1:1 as a mathematical fact. The Jews want to claim that they're wise with Kabbalah and Gematria, but don't even want to look at the Greek Gematria in the New Testament, which hides even more codes. So if you claim you're about truth and the pursuit of spirituality and enlightenment, you're not going to X out anything. In fact, you're going to read specifically what you're taught is wrong. Astrology, for instance, if you're a Christian. Nietzsche, for instance, if you're a Christian. You're going to read the Bible if you're an atheist, because you're going to prove it wrong instead of, oh, it's too hard and complicated, but it's wrong. Well, what the fuck is wrong if you haven't read it? Okay? We have this sort of fake, we have a fake superiority complex where we think we're the authority on something just because we Googled it for 5 fucking minutes. How about you study it for 5 years and then get back to me? This is the age of immediate gratification, and it's the downfall of society. If you can Google something, surely you can Google the opposite. Well, you can't un-Google that pi is in Genesis 1:1. You can't un-Google that the Freemasons made the fucking Denver airport and started this country. You can't unlearn things, okay? And so the secret that the Illuminati or whoever the fuck's in charge do is only present certain truths and then just kind of suppress the rest. Yeah, we all know about Nikola Tesla, so what? So what? He's got free energy. He's the reason I'm making a video on my phone right now, but they want to suppress his free energy because people would be happy and the rich white men wouldn't make money. So it's just a basic fucking form of, it's a do-it-yourself mentality, but we've turned it into, let someone else do it. Let me read the experts so I don't have to waste time actually reading the Bible. Let me read this atheist interpretation of the Bible. That way I'll have read the Bible, right? Wrong. If y'all want to fucking step up, step up. And if you want to claim you know something, it better not just be fucking opinion. It should be years of study and data. It's just like Jordan Peterson's interview on Channel 4. This bitch kept trying to say that he was believing something and he had a certain agenda. And he said, no, it's not my opinion. It's just there's no scientific data to back that up. Okay? But then they want to turn into an ideology, identity, politics fucking war. But he's saying, well, there's no scientific fucking data to back it up. It has nothing to do with my feelings. It's nothing to do with my opinion on a topic. It has to do with what has happened previously and what's happening now. It has nothing to do with my subjective interpretation. Okay? So that's what we've gotten ourselves into. Opinion over truth. Okay? And if your opinions don't match up with truth, maybe you should get a new fucking hobby. Maybe you should just keep playing fucking your video games and watching your sitcoms and your little soap operas and stay the fuck out of the arena. All these 18-year-old fucking little kids want to change the world. Well, how about you actually experience it for once and get a fucking job? There's a reason kids can't vote. Because they don't live in the real fucking world yet, nor have any clue what's going on. So that's the professor's job, is to keep them in that fake world and make them still communists and make them say, oh, there's no gender biologically. Bitch, there's 30 years of evidence of gender differences. And then all of a sudden, because it hurts people's feelings, we have to go against science? Science's main job is to hurt your fucking feelings. Is to get rid of your illusions. But that's the hardest thing, isn't it? To get rid of your prior conceptions, because then it means, oh, I got to change the way I think, then my whole life was a lie. Yeah, that's what growing up is. Realizing your whole life is a fucking lie. That's called growing up. It's not called, well, I wanted to keep it real since day one, but since I'm wrong about this, that means I didn't keep it real since day one. Bitch, keeping it real means you change and you grow and you learn and you expand. I mean, goddamn, Tupac had a cross on his back, but he had a whole song about astrology called Let 'Em Have It. And he's right about both of them. If you want to be politically correct to not hurt someone's feelings, you might as well move to fucking Russia or China. I mean, you can't say shit over there, let alone defend your rights with the Second fucking Amendment. What else you gonna do? The Second Amendment obviously protects the First Amendment and the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. I mean, World War II wasn't won with the fucking handshake now, was it? It was won with good guys with guns killing those Nazis. You can't handshake with the Nazi in 1942, Germany. You can talk with them nowadays. They're idiots, but you can still talk and talk it over and say, okay, why do you think racial superiority is a factor? I grew up Jewish, so I can talk shit about Nazis, the Holocaust. I can talk shit about slavery. I'm not a white Christian male. I didn't grow up a white Christian male. I grew up a white Jewish male. And I don't even think white even exists. My grandmother's Hawaiian. My grandpa was Scottish. And my other grandma was Polish. And the other grandpa is French. I mean, what the fuck is white, dude? If you want to fall into some little category, you're the one who's being racist. I'm just a motherfucking person with an idea. And I'm against pagan Christianity, which is what these rednecks push. And I'm against atheism because it's just stupid. If you want to think the human eye was created on accident, if you want to think this fucking pale blue dot, the third rock from the sun, is an accident, that's your fucking loss. But then again, God made you a dumbass, so, more power to you.